show that encompasses the early years of the 20th century United States. Our show is entitled Life Americana. We perform the music of composers George Chadwick, Charles Ives, and several selections of Aaron Copland and even John Philip Sousa. Our three composers were very famous in the United States during 1910s to 1960s. Aaron Copland especially displayed the ideas of American democracy in many of his works, and who was considered to be the Dean of American Composers. We will also present the artwork of Norman Rockwell with such selections of music as these composers have done. Rockwell was by far the most widely known artist of mid-20th century, famous for his portraits for the Saturday Evening Post. We feel like the works of Norman Rockwell, more than any other artist, has portrayed the true feelings of America during the early years of the 20th century. The pieces of art and music will present the different stages of one's life. First, the joyfulness of birth, then the playfulness of youth, then the changes of adulthood, the belief of one's faith, and then finally the retrospect of one's life, due in part to the freedoms that we hold dear here in America. We are not trying to attempt to give a more visual performance of our band in this show. The fact is, we will not be attending a contest that falls heavily or weighs heavily on the visual aspect of the marching show. Our purpose is to give a musical and visual performance of the feelings presented in the different stages of life in the United States during the early 20th century. It has taken a great deal of time to acquire the copyrights to several different selections of music and the pieces of artwork. For this year's show, we do not have all the artwork, of course, completed, or the music completed for that matter, just yet for our show due to the long process in acquiring the copyright. When the art is presented on the field, we believe you will have a much better understanding of the presentation of our show. Please feel free to applause anywhere you like, the more the better. Our opener, the music from the first movement of Symphonic Sketches by George Chadwick, and now the 2010 Coppell High School Marching Band performing Life Americana. As the band sets to perform the show again with several new members in each spot, I'd like to say that this is the first time that many of our students have performed a show, a marching show for any audience.